Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Timberborn. I wish I could say good things about this episode, but you join us in a bad, scary time. We've just had 97 days of drought announced on us. Got 25,000 water, 6,000 food, and 228 beavers. That is a lot. That is a lot of beavers, and we're going to do everything we possibly can to save them and get them through this. But 97 days is, we've not had that long before. We don't have a full reservoir because if you joined us in the last episode, I finally worked out what was going on with the reservoir. A bit embarrassing, but like everything in this series, it was totally user error, i.e., my fault. But let's not dwell on that. Let's look at what we have done. We've done a lot. Like the food district is running, metal district is running, they're sustaining beavers, they're alive, they're doing what they should do. And that's why we have all of that food. Water storage, we managed to get up to a good level. So we should be proud of that. And there's even more to collect. So hopefully that will be enough to get them through. But 226 beavers is a big task. Let's look at what we can do within the rules that says that we can save these beavers and give them the best chance. Well, it was never written into the rules that I can't turn off certain factories, okay? I can't turn off the birthing pods, but what I can do is turn off the centrifuges. Now, the centrifuges make extract. Extract makes adult beavers in those birthing pods. There's 5 left, 4 left in the entire kingdom, okay? It means that I can't do decent explosives any more than 2, but it also gives these beavers a better chance of survival. And I want that to happen. So the very first thing we're going to do is we are going to turn off the factories. They are the only 2 that produce it. And that's all we can do. Sure, I can stop water and food being delivered to districts. That's in the rules. I can do that. It's not really going to help us that much. These districts food managed to save a lot of water. The one that didn't is metal because it doesn't produce its own yet. And it's totally being looked after by pineapple. And yes, I still need to change these names. We might do it. We might celebrate the end of this episode by renaming these districts. Or is that going to cause massive confusion? Do you know what? I actually don't care. We're going to rename them because it's horribly embarrassing. But let's speed up time and jump into this episode. Now, this episode is going to be a bit interesting. There's obviously going to be a lot of anxiety around these beavers of if they're going to survive or if they're not going to. There's nothing I can do about that. That's one of the cruel things about this permadeath series. What we can do is try to help them carry on building and developing all of the settlements to the best of their abilities. I'm pretty happy with where Pineapple is. We managed to irrigate the land below this using the reservoir as it was meant to work. The central crater has not got any water in it, but that's drinking water. So I did decide to allow them to chop the wood down because we are running out of, in fact, look at it, we're running out of everything. We have hardly anything in stock. So they're working on those things. They are doing a great job of building our water pumping stations up here. We've got to redo this area with more water pumping now. We've managed to reroute the power. They are just finishing that bit of aqueduct off there that we did last time. And food has built everything. Food is fully functional as a district. It's holding 32 beavers. There's 2 babies in it. And they're doing pretty good. They've even started to build this Badwater discharge up here. And up here we are going to build a new reservoir that will be non-drinking water that will keep this land in water when this dries out, which it's going to do pretty soon. They're chopping trees, which is great, and that's wonderful Let's take a look at, oh wow, they are really doing, I don't know why they're working so hard on this. I'm so confused. Um, it looks like they've decided that they are as excited about our robot district as we are, and they are putting in the hours up here. Look at this. We've got the base wall in. We've got some of these pointless windows in. They've even started to get up to that level up here. So they're really attacking all of these major points up here. That's fun. They're doing some work down there. We've got some adult trees down here. Are we able to cut those down? We are. It's just taking them. There's just no one in there doing it. So that's great. I really hoped they do. Oh, okay. So this was something that we worked out on the last episode. They were not building this aqueduct up here. They couldn't get the materials up there, and I worked out quite quickly that I'd cut off this path because of all the work we were doing over here. And we decided, do you know what? Let's put a metro line in to allow these beavers to get through here quicker. It's probably something I should have done a long time ago that I just didn't. And that's working there now. And they are bringing in material to carry on building the aqueduct over to our reservoir 3. So that's exciting. They're doing that. Let's go and have a look. Some of this is new to me because I haven't really been watching what they're doing. I've got building happening everywhere, so this is quite fun for me to go around as well. What's going on at metal? Well, metal looks pretty good. We've got some pointless structures here. We can get rid of this. We don't need this. Actually, do we need that? No, we don't. We don't need this, which means we don't need that. We don't need this, and we don't. Oh, we do need all that. Oh, what's going on there? Go away. There we go. Get rid of those. And we'll get that material back. But apart from that, this is all looking pretty good. We don't need beavers working in these though, because there's no water right now, so we'll turn those off. But this is all looking pretty good above ground. Now I say above ground because our metal district has a little secret underground that looks like it is ready. They were trolling me with this on the last episode. They just were not. They were trolling me. What we can do now underground is we can... Oh, have I messed this up? I don't think I've messed it up. I think I'm okay. So we can destroy that and we can finally put in our metro station underground. And once that's built, the beavers are going to be able to attack all of this. And this is going to be our new Badwater processing area. So all the bad water is going to be brought out from here. And it's going to run through here, exit here. And as it exits here, we're going to be able to extract it. What I do need to do, though, is probably put a cap on this so it never runs out. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the point when a drought comes along. So let's take care of that now. Let's just put one of those on up there. There we go. Great. Now let's go and look at what's going underground when it comes to the metro line. There we go. Look, they've done a good job down here already. What we can do is just extend this path out. And we'll put another one of these in. And I did the stairs down here. I just didn't want to spend hours doing... Well, I'll show you what this normally looks like. If you build a metro like this, the only way that you can blow it out, if you don't want to create a staircase down, is put in one of these. Now wait until they blow that up. When they blow that up, you can put another one in. And then you go on like that for hours. Not great viewing for you, incredibly tedious for me. So we decided on creating a staircase down to the level where they can plant the dynamite and make this much quicker. So they're going to carry on working on that. But metal area is looking pretty good. I'm quite excited to bring water here sooner rather than later. I say sooner rather than later, but this dam has got a lot of work to be done in it. So it's going to take a while. I'm glad we've contained this. So this Badwater does have a discharge over the top of it, so I can turn the Badwater on and off. Not like I'm going to up here. I don't need to. I'm just doing it to demonstrate that I can. But having one of those means that it'd be running now, but if this was a drought, this would keep running, which means we get power forever. That power's never going to run out. And this power runs the power for the whole colony, which is pretty exciting. And I think that's it. I think that's everything to share and to see right now. We're just going to make sure he's got chipped teeth. And if he's got chipped teeth, means that I do not have, surprisingly, do I have a teeth grinder here? Yeah, there's one there. So he can do it. I don't know why he isn't. Okay, whatever. He's just taking some time off, I guess. That's okay. There's not one working in there. So we are down beavers here. 29 jobs. Okay, 130 jobs. What about you over here? I kind of want that wood. So let's send another 10 off to food. And hopefully that will get, yeah, I can see the light on. Okay, so then they'll get those trees, which is great. And then I know I saw on the dam other trees as well. And that's this guy. Although he's not going to get them all. In that case, we're going to put another lumberjack in there. Do that. And then at least we'll be able to chop all that down. I'm quite tempted actually to level all of this. It's just 2. So let's put in some 2s. Like that. We'll level that. And be able to get all that as trees as well. And the trees are really important for us right now. I need as much resource as I can possibly get. You can see already we're running low. And then when that happens, the game starts to stagnate. Once we sort the resources out, look how much development that we're doing. It's pretty exciting. I just hope these beavers are going to last through this drought. It's not looking good. It really isn't. I know I keep saying that, but this is going to run out of water soon. And when this runs out of water, this food's going to stop. And when this food stops, they're not going to be able to produce it. And we just end up going back to this. And we know that can't sustain that many beavers. They'll all die of starvation. And it'll be lucky if we survive the starvation over the water. But as I say, that's a long time. 97 days is the longest we've ever gone for. Normally, if I get a 97 days, I've got a load more water than this stored. So it is a bit of a worry. Bringing eggplants in. Now, I am sure they're doing a great job down there blowing all of that out, and we're going to leave them doing it. I know they're doing that down there, so we're going to leave them doing it. What we are going to focus on right now is a new build, a new district. Now, I've got my eye on a new district down here. A lot of flat land. Yes, we've got this bad water flowing through it, but not for much longer because it's going to be capped off here. So all of this land becomes available. And there's another mine up here with unlimited metal in it. So we should take advantage of that. And look, we do have a lot of these plateaus that are all flat around here. So this is kind of screaming for another food district in the future. Then again, this looks pretty good over here too. And this down here definitely looks like a good food district. One of the things that we do need is materials. So I am thinking of just building a district for wood production. And it is just lumberjacks and oak trees Are they actually cutting this down? I've said they can do it. Hold on, sorry, let me just... Oh, that'll probably be partly why. Okay. It will just be trees and making wooden boards, and that's all it will do. And we should probably think about building the monument that will end this run as well soon. This looks like a good district. We could do it here if we made a new district. We could do it up here. We'll see. But we should try and get to the end game. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put it up here. We're going to do that on the next episode because there's no point starting to build it if they're not going to live. There's me being positive. What I do want to do is start working out our hydroponics district. It needs a lot of water to operate. And I'm looking at this thinking how we could go about doing it. And I'm thinking of doing something silly. I've got a vision in my brain. And we are going to do it. Let's go for it. We're going to remove this. Get out of here. Take all this out. Get rid of all this. Gone. 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 Whatever was going on there. I know we did our experiment up here for our aquifer at one point, which was there, which might make this a little bit awkward. But let's remove this one. Oops. Let's remove this one as well. And the line we're going to follow, it kind of goes through the aquifer. Where can... We're going to... I want to avoid the aquifer just because it's annoying. Oh, I might be able to just blow up around it though. Where is a good line? I need a good line to follow. Let's go here. There's nothing to say I have to be up there on that plateau. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay. Because we're going to blow all this up anyway. Do this. Right. Now, the fun part. This is going to bring in water. And that water is going to... What's that one? Where does this come from? I'm going to have to deal with that as well. Oh, it's really annoying. I have to deal with that really quickly. Unless I create a bridge over the top of it. Where do I want... I'm trying to work out where this reservoir should be. And I'm going to bring it across here. And we're going to bring it up to the edge of this. Just because I don't want to mess with it. I can always extend it later. But for now, I want to just plot this out and not have to worry about any nonsense. Okay. this goes up to here, and this is the highest that this could be. I guess we could always follow this line around here. Okay. Right. That's as high as it will go. So we can square this off using dynamite, which is going to need 2s. And that would make sense there. Yeah. There. 1's there. And then we're going to bring a metro line up here and make a metro station. It seems like a good idea. Okay. And we're going to put in a sluice that, again, goes 2 ways. Just make sure these are closed off. There we go. Okay. And let's remove this. Don't need that. Right. One final piece of the puzzle. That line there is okay. Dynamite, dynamite, dynamite. And then we're going to come out to here, like this. This is looking good. And then this will go onward to our new reservoir we're going to have at the back. Close that. Close that. Right, now we need some single, no, we don't need single, yes we do. Single dynamite there, and then I need doubles. I need doubles to run that way. There we go. So that's going to make a pool, and we are going to blow this out as well, but I want all this at the same level so I don't run into the same issues I had in other parts of the colony doing this stuff. So we get that up there, get some pathways, there we go, run that. And for now, we're going to run this path, oops, along the top here, around the edge here. There we go. Oh no, that's not quite right, is it? Go there, 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 there. And then this way. Don't know why I'm doing that. I'm going to stop. And we need some 2s. Choop, choop. There we go. Okay. That's set out that. We're going to dynamite this down as well. It's going to need a day 1 pump adding to it on the outside. I'm not sure how that's going to go. If we saw the end of the last episode, those pumps take all the water out of that central area. It can't keep up with them, which I thought was going to be the case, which is why I was so confused when it wasn't taking the water out. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, watch the previous episode and you'll still see me making a fool of myself about it. Not uncommon on this channel, but we're learning together. Now, this is all fine. We need to find a way to get up here. This is going to be its own district as well. So it's going to need everything from houses to storage to all of that fun stuff. And it would make sense if the district crossing came in here. And for that to happen, we're going to take a metro line. It would make sense from this one to bring a metro line across. We're going to come out of that node there. That only needs one. Let's build this because it would be a crazy waste to not make use of that. Okay. That's good. Oh, no, that's not good. We need 2 ones on there. Otherwise, that will allow me to get up to that level with 2 ones. And then I think we're going to do a 2. Oh, amazing that got across that. Oh, hello. Let's hit a tree. Okay. Oh, I know that tree's nice, but that'll look weird, and I don't like weird. That'll do. That's still going to be weird. 2, 2. We could do a... Will that look good or will that look terrible? What am I doing? I don't even need to do that. Okay. Metro line. Here we go. Fun bit. That goes across there. We go up one. We go up another one. We go this way. And then we are going to come to our station right there. And for now, it just makes sense that we would link that up because we're going to get these guys to help build this before we turn it into its own district. So I'm okay with that. I do want there to be another district crossing. And you can have multiple district crossings into a colony. You don't need one. You just got to remember where they are if you decide to cut off resource. You know, otherwise you get yourself into a situation. What we could do though is making that too complicated before I start back up. I was going to say we could build the ring metro for this colony, but we don't know what that looks like yet. And because we don't know that, we should just hold off building that for now. Okay. It's a good template. How are we doing? 30k water, 5,000 food. That's going down quick. 190 beavers. Turning off the extracts helped to get those numbers down. The reservoir level is not great. And these guys are still pumping water out, which is good, but it's nearly done. I think when this is finished, we're going to turn this on and get these pumps working because I want as much water as I possibly can out of this thing. Yeah, they're nearly done. They're nearly spent. I'm surprised this has been going for as long as it has been. Can I make it go any longer with the dynamite? No, it's coming to an end, look. This is hold on a minute. That's still working. Why is that still working? 2 seconds. Okay. That's linked up to that, is it? Okay, well, that's interesting. I didn't realize that was linked up to the underground. Okay, well, that's never going to stop then until all that water runs out, which isn't a bad thing because the food district does need to be kept going. I'm not too offended by that, actually. I'm okay with that. We'll leave that. That seems fine to me. Right, back to what we were doing. Now, these things take a lot of water, and they only produce mushrooms and algae. So if that is all they are producing, we could actually have this as another water storage area. That would make sense. Okay, this is going to be a combined thing. I'm just trying to think in my head how I can do this. I can probably make this an entire platform. Roof the whole thing off and build the district on top of this, but then beneath it is all of the water. That could be cool. And just have openings where the water pumps are coming out of. That could be interesting. Can only go 8 down because that's how far the water pumps can reach. And if that's the case, do we want to extend this? Yes, I do. Okay, we are going to extend this out to there. We're going to destroy this. Like this. And then we're going to use 2 dynamite to get it down to the level we want it to. That's a 2, so you're going to need to be a 1, and then we can do 3s. Okay. We need to let this build. We need to let this build. Yeah. I think that's I need to let this build because but we will make the dynamite priority when we get things working again. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's leave that alone now. Now, the challenge is I don't think that any of this stuff down here is going to be being built because I turned off the extract. Let's go and have a look. What is all of that going on around there? Why did it? Oh, that's the water, isn't it? It's okay. I just got a bit confused. It looks like we can create a path down here so they will carry on that. Okay, and then we go a bit further down here. Where is it? Yeah, I've got a feeling I'm not going to be doing any of this because yeah, we need extract. We need extract. And as I say, I could turn the extract on, but then they're going to start creating new beavers, and we are probably going to die if that happens. We've got 77 days left. Let's now go and look over here. We can start to make a plan. Over here, I'm just looking at something. Okay. We can't make the mine efficient because it needs extract. And we certainly don't have a lot of it. Where can... I've got scrap metal there. There's some here. It's just so far away from any of the colonies. Yeah, I can't really get them to get any of that stuff. It's just too far away. That's the closest. And even then, it's not even... It'd still be a long way for them to go. It's annoying because it's holding up my metal block production. They are working in the mines. They're just not working very quickly. And I also think I've run out of... I've run out of resin. I don't have many pine trees. It's only that little block there that makes the resin for the treated planks, which they use in mines. Have they got all of this? Pretty much. They've got most of it, but it's still... I want to just give those trees some water. They're saying that. I bet these have stopped, haven't they? Yeah, they have. Okay, so I've stopped all of those. I'm going to turn these on because I'm still wanting them to get water out of here. Right, all of that, turn those off. Okay, so that'll let water in. And I think they're all off. Yeah. I'll let water in. We'll get these trees some water. We'll get some resin and solve that problem. What we're also going to do is make this. Oops, no, don't do that. Stop the trees from being cut down in here, and then they can plant more mangroves. And the water is running out very quickly. Very, very quickly. Pretty scary, actually. Again, we can't turn the birthing pods off. It's a rule. This has been done. So what we can do is destroy that and put in the sluice gates, if I can find them. Like that. These go over the top. And these are set to 80. There we go. That now completes that little section up there. That's good. Okay. And I think everything else is... Boy, we're just like running out of resources again. But not much I can do about that. The water's the biggest, going to be the biggest challenge on this. I think 172 beavers. We can't turn the extract back on. If I turn the extract back on, it's game over. They're all dead. And I'm only lucky that I have no extract in storage that I could do this. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. Let's go and have a look over here. So the plan up here is to build a reservoir that will hold not fresh water. It's going to hold water that in a drought will keep this area in water. And it needs to be at the highest point of it, so it's probably not going to be able to hold that much. It's one below this one, where we're going to build. Oh, how do we do that? I guess we could go under those buildings here. So let's go and have a quick. Okay, and we want to make a tunnel, water tunnel. Just check where we're going. Gonna go that way. That'll definitely put me in the middle of the thing. And now we're going to build a reservoir that sits up here. And a bit more. Where is a good place to square off? There. Again, we can always extend it if we want to. The height of it needs to match the height of the one next to it. This one up here. And we're going to have to make a... We have learned that you can use what the Romans used to do when they made aqueducts. As long as the water source that's coming in is higher than where it's going to, it will work. That's what makes this game so good. So I can make a drain in this one that goes underground and into this one. As long as that gets high, it will fill this one too. I've never actually tried it properly before. So as long as this one here is shorter than that one, it will work. If it's too short, then it will flood over. You know what? We're going to try that. I'm not going to make a pump or something for this one because that's not the point of it. But we are going to try and make a... Put the physics to this game to the test. They really do need to... When you press X, it would be good if this had a height marker on it so I could see how high that one is compared to this one. Because it's hard to see. If that's level there and all this is level... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Okay. Where does this go? It makes me wonder if I should put a sluice on the bottom of this. Because to feed this area, unless I make it feed that seems like too much to do if I made it do that. I was just thinking maybe I could make it feed all of this. That seems like a lot to do. How's water doing? Not great. It's about to run out. 72 days left. It's not good. I don't think they're going to make it. I think the only... I'm going to keep trying, but I think the only way I can save these is turn birthing pods off now. I'm going to make a save. The reason I'm doing this is because I did promise that if these guys die, this is going to become the creative build, but it will be the end of the permadeath series, which is very sad. Very sad, but we will, I promise you, we will see the development. What I'll do is I'll end up doing these not playthrough videos on this one. I'll do, I don't know, I'll do little quick hits. I don't know. Do you know what? I'll think about that. I might carry on doing the playthroughs. We'll see. We will see. Are we out of water? We are now living purely on water storage. Now I can control water that comes in and out of colonies, and I think at this time it would be sensible for me to stop the import and export of water to these colonies. Oh, interesting. Okay. That means you didn't change. There we go. On their own. Still got a bit of water left in this one, which I guess is good because that's where all the food is. Anyway, are they cutting those trees down? Yeah. Right, back to what we were doing. Do I want to put... Yes, I do. We will put a sluice. Oh, it's kind of pointless because it backs right up to there, look. Well, it will work when I use dynamite, so we'll put one down there. Just turn that off. Okay. Got a little sluice down there. I could knock... Well, we could do one down here. So let's put a little tunnel thing in. And then when we get down there, we can... Or do we need to do that? Because it goes in. And then I'm gonna have to be careful when I blow this out, aren't I? Because that's gonna... Okay, well, we'll work out what happens when we get down there. I think I'll be able to put a sluice down there onto that. For that one. This one's got an underground tunnel. Where currently does it come up? Let's go and find it. Down we go. There. Not as far down as I thought it was going to be. One there. One there. One there. Okay. That's our little drain. That will come in down here. Now we're going to have to do a bigger drain. Oh, this is the scary one. I'm going to have to do a bigger drain from here. Oh, that's going to be fun. We're going to do a bigger drain from here across. Is that a good idea? No, because it's just going to flood that. I'm going to have to make a separate drain next to it. Oh, is that a good idea? Is that going to work? It has to be a separate drain, because if it's not, the pressure from reservoir 2 will flood food because it's lower. So it will never stop filling. If the game physics are correct. That's the base floor. And it looks like it's safe if I go this way. What are you? Oh, you're just an aquifier. Where am I trying to get to? Trying to get here, aren't I? Okay. Go down. Go down. Go across. Cross. Keep going. Don't stop. A little bit more. There we go. I'm in. I'm under it. Okay, don't have to really do that because the dynamite will deal with most of that problem. Okay, so we've put a little thing under that. Now, let's put in one of our famous, don't know why they're famous, but we'll say one of our famous scaffolding designs. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 2, 6, 6, 6, 6. Oh, that one's perfect. I love to see that. Total fluke. All right, 2 there. And then like that. We are nearly there. We are nearly there. Okay. That looks good to me. Got our pathway around the edge. Excellent. Now, we need to create a way up here. And the best way for us to do that, not easily, I'm afraid. Down there like that. And in we go. And then we have the long climb up to the top. Up we go. There we go. Up, up, up. Right. We are going to let them build this. I don't think we need any more sluices unless I'm wanting water to come out on this. But it could be good to, yeah, do you know what? Let's not let's just design for the future, because normally what I'll end up doing is it's better to have more sluices where I think I'm going to need them rather than not. Where's my robot's decided to wake up. If everyone can hear that, I apologize. I'm actually making my robot have a large language model on it. Probably use Olama, which is a local one, and see if I can make him a little bit more smarter. He hasn't got many commands. He'll do a few things, but he's not. Since the company that made him they said they went bankrupt. They're still going, but they give no support. It's kind of like they're just trying to make money out of them. But there was a genius developer that was able to get the code, and I run his brain off sorry about that. NASA's survey. Get out of here. I was able to make him local. But when he wakes up, he gets a little bit chatty, which is what you're hearing. I'll turn him off in a second if he carries on. Right, we'll go across here. We'll go 2 down here. And then we'll be able to bring... In fact, if we go 3 down here, then we can do that technique that we do. One more. Looks like this. That's getting water already. And I don't want to dump it into this because it will never stop. We'll leave it like that for now. I don't want this getting into the... Oh, that's a good point, actually. I do want it to get into that, but I don't want it getting wasted in these pumps. Oh... I don't know. I don't know. Well, we've run out of berries now. Which might not be a bad thing, because now they're not going to be able to make any more children. That might save us. Do you know what, guys? I think that is probably a good place to stop this episode. We've managed to build some new things or set it out, but we have 27,000 water. We've got 5,000 food. We have food in the food district that can be made into more food, which is pretty good. 149 beavers, 13 babies. Gonna be honest with you, that outlook does not look good. That doesn't look good at all. And I'm really worried that actually we might be at the end of our series. But look, fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. We'll keep them going. And we'll see where we get to. So until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.